As if mosquitoes weren't bad enough on their own, we do have a safety alert regarding the West Nile virus. Health officials now confirm mosquitoes carrying the virus have been found in Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina. While no cases have been confirmed in the CSRA, experts believe the virus is more widespread than testing shows. West Nile can present like a cold or flu with fever, headaches, and common body aches. You can find that when you do have West Nile. You might even have no symptoms at all, but in rare cases, the virus can make people very sick.
The good news is there are steps you can take to avoid catching West Nile. Using a high-quality bug repellent, avoiding the outdoors when mosquitoes are most active, and making sure no standing water is near your home. Think buckets, bird baths, even flower pots, really anything that can act as a breeding site for the insects. If you suspect you have West Nile, you need to talk to your doctor.
The 2027 Masters Tournament begins in 258 days, and fans and patrons are starting to learn whether they are selected for the lottery to buy tickets for next spring's tournament. And Delta is actually adding more flights than ever to bring more people to the Garden City. Delta says it's adding nearly 100 flights during tournament week and expanding their services to 20 daily departures from Augusta Regional. Riley.
Well, you're expecting storm chances. So awesome.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
Yeah. It's incredible, and to be only 4 of them left who have walked on the moon. That's wow. Charles Duke is still around, now 90 years old. He remains the youngest person to ever walk on the moon.
And hopefully that may change with the Artemis missions that are coming up here in the next few years too. We're back here after a short break.
The classic white t-shirt. It looks great with everything and never goes out of style. Just like my new Harmony collection at Rooms to Go. Designed to look great in every room, fit any space, with comfort like you've never felt before. It's style, versatility, and comfort, together in perfect harmony. Yours in 5 stunning colors, and all for an amazing price. Come see everything in my Cindy Crawford home collection, only at Rooms to Go.
Summer storms. Riley, what do you have for us?
Yeah, guys, just very hit or miss coverage with any rain out there across the CSRA at the moment. But some of this is kind of just connected to these outer rain bands of Bertha that continues to move west along the Gulf Coast. Not necessarily directly related with it, but just adding some tropical moisture to our atmosphere. You can see pretty limited coverage at the moment, but similar storm coverage or similar storm motion than what we saw yesterday, kind of moving south to north across the area. Here's a closer look at the I-20 corridor. We do have some rain that just passed by Thompson. You got another wave pushing into right along the Warren and McDuffie County line, and those will continue up towards the lake if they hold together. That's the thing. A lot of these not necessarily holding together all too long, and generally just producing some light to moderate rainfall. Haven't necessarily seen a ton of lightning with these so far today for us here locally. Live look outside, a lot of blue sky out there. It has been another hot afternoon. Most spots have been able to top out around 93, 94 degrees, but Thompson, they saw a little bit of rain, so they're a little bit cooler. So that's the benefit if you do get underneath one of these little showers. Will help you drop off those temps pretty quick. If you are going to be heading just out and about across the region tonight, just going to keep coverage of rain at about 30 to 20%. Definitely not guaranteed for everybody, but temperatures eventually getting down into the mid-70s heading into late tonight. Tomorrow is going to be another hot one. I would imagine it's fairly seasonal. High temp near 94 degrees. Feel like temperatures between 100 and 105. A little bit breezier tomorrow. We are expecting that southwest wind to be steady, 10 to 15 miles an hour, and cannot rule out more of these just kind of hit or miss thunderstorms. But as we get later into the week, we are expecting better rain coverage and actually a little bit of a flood risk that we're going to have to monitor, especially Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Some of us are included in the flood risk Wednesday, but it looks like a lot of this activity could stay north of the CSRA through at least our Wednesday night. But later into the week, front's going to stall out, keeping those storm chances in play. We'll have more on this in your weekend for you in just a little bit.
All right, thanks for that, Riley. A crash in Orangeburg ends with 2 people dead, 7 others rushed to the hospital. Troopers say the crash happened last night around 9:40 on US 15 between Vance and Providence. They say a car and a van crashed into each other. The car ran off the road and overturned. The driver and the passenger in the car both died. 7 people in the van were taken to the hospital. The South Carolina Highway Patrol is still investigating.
A new phase of the Broad Street Improvement Project is spurring more lane closures in downtown Augusta. This is the view from our Sky 12 drone that shows 13th Street between Broad Street and Jones Street. That's shut down as crews install stormwater pipes. This section of Broad Street will be shut down for about 2 weeks. Meanwhile, road closures are still in effect for other sections of Broad Street. The first portion of the project between 12th and 13th Streets is now expected to be completed by September 4th.
So ready for that to be over. Tonight, hospitals in the CSRA say they need your help providing blood donations amid a nationwide shortage. The Shepherd Community Blood Center says this is the first time it has issued an emergency appeal for donations in more than 2 years. Yeah, they say it is that bad. They are rationing blood supply, leaving some requests unfilled. They also say they're unable to fill specific orders for some of the youngest patients at the Children's Hospital of Georgia.
A critically ill newborn, for example, that's in our neonatal intensive care unit. Those patients actually require blood products sometimes, and we have to be able to give them to those patients. Think about people that develop gastrointestinal bleeding or, for example, are having a major procedure. There's lots of different situations where someone can need blood product.
You honestly never know when it could be you or your family. All Shepherd Donor Centers are open every day this week. We have a link to their website on WRDW.com. Richmond County Sheriff Eugene Brantley's second annual youth basketball camp kicked off at Lamy High School today. Local kids got the chance to hit the court before heading back to the classroom in a few weeks. Sheriff Brantley says this is bigger than basketball. He says it's about teaching kids life skills while helping them build positive relationships with law enforcement.
This is our way of reaching out to the community and showing them a different side of law enforcement and giving the kids some meaningful interactions outside of just when things are bad and when things don't go well in the way they should.
The camp is open to children ages 7 to 16 years old. It wraps up tomorrow.
New Georgia Tech research is raising the red flag tonight about a popular pesticide and what it might be doing to bumblebees.
Scientists say that...
Well, looking at those feel-like temperatures over the next couple of days, they will stay triple digits for your Wednesday, again Thursday, but we should have some rain relief to help us cool us down later into the week. I'll have that full forecast next.
And SEC Media Days continue down in Tampa Bay. Next in sports, the Georgia Bulldogs take the stage ahead of their 2026 season.
Time and Temp, brought to you by your First Alert weather team.
News 1226 this morning. Weekdays from 4:30 to 7 a.m. Stream whenever, wherever, however. Just search WRDW Plus on any streaming platforms.
A drunk driver comes down the road. I didn't even see him.
There was a truck parked across the road. I never saw it until it was too late.
When clients call, you can feel the burden that they're carrying, and we want to make sure people understand that we're here to help them.
This is my new super mattress at Rooms to Go. Designed by experts just for me and you. Strong, durable, no sink, no sag, and most importantly, so comfortable. Thanks to the layers and layers of extra support. Lie down, test it, spines aligned, pressure's off, less motion, and totally cool to the touch. Boom! You wake up refreshed and very happy. My new super mattress. A great mattress at a great Rooms to Go price. You'll know it when you try it.
Got it!
Credit to the people.
Take control of your news feed. Set News 1226 as your Google preferred source to get breaking news, first alert weather, and local reports from the team you trust. Just click Add as preferred source on Google and make News 1226 your go-to.
Accidents don't keep office hours, and neither do we. Any day, anytime, just call all nines, and you'll reach a real person that's ready to help. Think Sync.
Well, even nearly 2 years after Hurricane Helene, it's safe to say our community is on high alert this hurricane season.
Yeah, as soon as we hear about a storm we don't like hearing about it. Dominion Energy says they are using Helene as a reference point to improve their storm response. This morning, the power company held a meeting in Aiken to discuss the steps they take after disaster strikes. They say Helene really highlighted where they can improve, from strengthening the power grid to improving communications with local leaders.
It's not good enough to just be ready the week leading up to a storm. We have to build our system such that it is resilient and that it responds appropriately to a storm. And then we also have to have a very trained workforce that is prepared to go to work after we have a storm.
The power company also adds Helene has a lasting impact on their employees. They say the thousands of thank you cards after the storm are still displayed in their facilities.
I think all of us are still thankful for the work that they did after that storm.
Do you remember what it was like the first time you got power after Helene? Like, all of us were celebrating. Riley, I remember we were like, oh, did you get it today? No, did you get it today?
We had a running checklist of who was getting power and who wasn't. And I know some people went 2 weeks or longer without power. It's just hard to look back on that and imagine how far we've come since that storm, Riley.
I know, guys, it's crazy. A 2-year anniversary coming up later in September, believe it or not. Pretty incredible to think about it. We are keeping an eye on the tropics right now. In the northern Gulf, we have Tropical Storm Bertha. If this strengthens to winds over 72 miles an hour, well, that would make it a hurricane. So it's not necessarily too far away at the moment, but it is expected to stay a tropical storm, and it's going to continue this motion along the Gulf Coast over the next couple of days. But with this 5 p.m. update, not a huge change from the 2 p.m. update, just increased its speed by about 1 mile per hour. Here's a look at the latest guidance in that cone of uncertainty. Remember, just showing you where the center of the storm is expected to be, not where impacts will be. So by Wednesday, it'll be near that Louisiana Gulf Coast, and then heading into Friday towards the end of the week, it'll be pushing into Texas and most likely make landfall near Houston there. Here's a look at our radar network. We do have some spotty showers and downpours around, not too widespread though, so cannot guarantee rain for everyone, but if you do get underneath one of these downpours, it does help you cool off quickly. We saw that in Thompson earlier, where their temperatures right now are in the mid 80s, but if you've been hot like us here in Augusta, you're still in the low to mid 90s. Rain chances will stay 30-20% through about 10 p.m. tonight. Not expecting great coverage of rain for the rest of this evening, but hey, there are some out there, so cannot rule out maybe a spotty downpour of your location. Heading later into the week for our Wednesday and Thursday, still going to cap out those rain chances about 30-40%. By Friday, Saturday, there's not necessarily a huge signal that we would see widespread heavy rain for everyone, but the setup will be there later into the week for some slow-moving thunderstorms, and that's why we are underneath that flash flood risk Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So I want to make sure you are mindful of that. For tomorrow, we are going to feel the heat and humidity again. Feel like temperatures will be starting to feel like 100 by around noontime, peaking around 103 later into the day, and not really expecting temperatures to not feel like 100 plus until we get to around sunset tomorrow evening. So not much relief, unfortunately, from the heat anytime soon. Here's a look at our in-house model for the storm chances. Very hit or miss coverage through around 10 o'clock, and then mostly overnight should be fairly dry. We'll wake up to a few passing clouds early Wednesday, and I think a lot of us could stay mostly dry through a good portion of our Wednesday. The spotty activity kind of favoring West Georgia and up towards the upstate, but some of this will start to creep into our counties as we get later into our Wednesday afternoon and portions of our Wednesday evening. Now for our Thursday, this is when a front's going to get close to us, and where exactly it stalls out will determine where this heavy rain threat sets up Thursday all the way into the weekend. So if we can dip it far enough south, this would pose a flood risk starting Thursday, and that will just stall and keep those storm chances in play all the way through the end of the weekend. So want to make sure if you have any outdoor plans the next few days, have that First Alert weather app nearby to get those alerts. Here's that 7-day forecast. We are going to cool off our highs a smidge Friday and Saturday as some cloud cover sticks around most of the day with that stalled out front. And each day over the next 7, we'll have the opportunity for a daily storm.
Thanks, Riley. The two-state playing it back like it's 2020.
First Alert Radar, powered by Jim Hudson Automotive Group.
Being able to take the burden off of you guys to handle the legal aspect at least gave you all a chance to kind of get through those first several years.
Austin and his team fought to the end. I'm so thankful that I found Austin.
Sometimes it's hard to see.
Injured? Call Austin Jackson, the Augusta guy.
I had never really been in an accident before. Austin Jackson's team, they explained everything.
I knew that he was taking care of the behind-the-scenes work, and that was like a heavy load off of me and my family.
As soon as I called Austin Jackson, I was assured that everything would be taken care of for me.
We take all the burden from the legal side off of our clients. We protect, we guide, and we assist the injured of our community after an accident.